You're not broke. You're being played. This changes everything. It's 3:00 a.m. You're staring at the ceiling, heart hammering against your ribs, terrified of a life you don't even recognize. You just signed a mortgage for a house you're never in, and a car loan for a vehicle that only takes you to a job you despise. You tell yourself this is adulthood. You tell yourself you're building a future. But look closer at your bank app. The red numbers aren't just dollars missing. They are pieces of your life, cauterized and sold to keep the machine running. You think you're paying for a luxury apartment. In reality, you're paying for the privilege of a bed to sleep in so you can wake up and trade more of your finite existence tomorrow. You're not an owner. You're the inventory. Every hour you spend in that cubicle, every late night report, every missed dinner with family, that is the invisible tax. It is a silent, systemic erosion of your autonomy, calculated by people you'll never meet to ensure you never have the leverage to quit. You feel it in your gut, don't you? That heavy, sinking realization that the harder you run on this treadmill, the faster it moves. You're working to buy things to distract you from the fact that you're selling your time, the only asset that is truly yours. And the most dangerous part? You think you're winning. Let's dismantle the lie. You wake up. The alarm isn't just a sound. It's the starting gun for a race you never entered. You rush to the subway, squeezing into a carriage packed with faces just like yours. Tired, scrolling, numbing themselves to the monotony. This is the automated life. You aren't choosing your path. You're following the rails laid down decades, ego by a system designed to maximize your output while minimizing your leverage. Think about it. Why is it so easy to get a credit card but so hard to build an emergency fund? Why are you encouraged to leverage debt for status, but penalized for seeking true autonomy? The system provides the credit. The credit buys the lifestyle, and the lifestyle demands the job. It's a closed loop. You are effectively financing your own captivity. Every promotion you chase is just a golden shackle, a higher salary that buys you more expensive stress. You think you're climbing the ladder, but you're just digging a deeper hole. You see, the modern economy isn't built on prosperity. It's built on your constant, perpetual need to pay for tomorrow with today's labor. It's not a lack of effort that keeps you broke. It's the design of the game. You are playing by rules meant to keep you as a permanent tenant, never an owner. And that feeling in your chest, that's not just stress. That's your intuition screaming that the math simply doesn't add up. Now, look at the engine that keeps this machine turning. Your attention. Every app on your phone, every advertisement on your commute, every headline you click, it's engineered to make you feel inadequate. They need you to feel poor so you'll spend. They need you to feel exhausted so you'll seek convenience over control. It's an economy of emotional consumption. You're being sold a cure for a disease they manufactured. When you're stressed, you buy comfort food. When you're insecure, you buy brand name status. When you're lonely, you pay for subscription services that simulate connection. You aren't just spending money. You are outsourcing your dopamine to corporations that profit from your instability. This is the hidden tax on your time. You work to earn money. You spend that money to cope with the stress of working. And then you have to work even harder to replenish that money. It's a vicious cycle of self-funded burnout. And the worst part, you're paying them to distract you from the fact that you're trading the most precious resource in the universe, your finite hours, for depreciating pieces of plastic. They've successfully convinced you that success is defined by what you can display rather than what you can preserve. It's time to stop funding your own prison. The shift isn't about being cheap. It's about being conscious. Kill the performance. Audit your chains. Build your runway. So how do you actually stop? It starts with a radical act of rebellion. You stop performing for an audience that doesn't care. The status you've been chasing is a phantom, a hollow projection, built by brands to keep you hungry. You need to strip your life down to the essentials, not because you're poor, but because you're reclaiming the one resource that money can't buy, your attention. Start by auditing your life. Every subscription, every recurring purchase, every social commitment. Ask yourself, does this add value to my freedom? Or does it add a link to my chains? You'll be shocked by how much of your unnecessary spending is actually just a tax on your insecurities. When you stop buying things to impress people you don't even like, you stop needing the job that requires 60 hours of your life every week. You aren't downsizing. You're upgrading your leverage. By lowering your overhead, you lower your dependency. And the moment your dependency drops, your power to say no skyrockets. This is the pivot. You shift from being a consumer in the system to being a strategist for your own life. You are building a runway, not a retirement plan. A runway gives you the speed and the space to take off when the right opportunity comes. It's time to stop renting your life and start owning your future. The machine hates this, but your soul is finally waking up. You've stopped the bleeding. Now you're ready to build. But understand this. Financial freedom isn't about hitting a specific number in your bank account. It's about the gap between your income and your ego. When that gap widens, you enter the zone of agency. This is the space where you finally have the power to say no to projects that drain you and yes, to ventures that challenge you. You're no longer working to survive. You're working to compound your assets. Every dollar you keep is a soldier that fights for your time while you sleep. While the rest of the world is busy financing their neighbor's lifestyle, you are quietly buying back your future. You're investing in skills, in equity, and in systems that don't require your physical presence to generate value. The transformation is subtle at first, then absolute. The anxiety that used to wake you up at 3 a.m., it's being replaced by a calm, quiet confidence. You've realized that the invisible tax was only ever collected because you consented to pay it. By withholding your consent, you've fundamentally changed your relationship with the machine. You aren't just an employee anymore. You are an architect of your own ecosystem. And for the first time, you can see the horizon. It's not just a dream of retiring. It's a reality of choosing how, when, and where you live your life. You've taken back the keys. This is not the end. It's your new beginning. You've looked behind the curtain, seen the gears of the machine, and realized you were never the victim. You were the fuel. But the fuel has stopped burning. The invisible tax is no longer being paid because you've revoked your consent. Think back to that first night, staring at the ceiling in terror. Compare it to the clarity you feel right now. The pressure hasn't vanished. The world is still loud. The economy is still volatile, but you have changed. You've built a fortress around your autonomy. You own your time. You own your decisions. And most importantly, you own your future. True wealth isn't the number in your account. It's the ability to wake up every single morning and decide exactly how you want to spend the most limited asset you possess today. The machine will keep spinning, looking for new inventory. But you are no longer on the menu. You've broken the cycle. You've become the master of your own economy. So, what will you do with this time? Don't just survive. Don't just save. Build something that outlasts you. Take the leap, guard your freedom, and never let anyone rent your life again. The path to sovereignty is yours to walk. Your time is finally your own.